Okay, so it is a beautiful sunny day. It's really windy, and once again, my nasty habit of driving through rush hour traffic brings me to some residential. This video is just basically in response to one of my subscribers asking if I'd recommend this bike and my dislikes and my likes for it. I'm going to start to say, would I recommend this bike? Hell yeah, 100%. I definitely recommend this bike, especially for beginner riders and even for experienced riders. Now, the reasons why I like this bike are its affordability for a 600cc engine. I mean, it's built on an R6 frame, I believe, and kind of the same premise of the old Yamaha R6s. Now, I was looking to purchase like a CBR 600, but I mean, they run for about 10 grand, 11 grand Canadian. Now, this bike I paid roughly about $8,000 for, because I wanted a 600. I didn't want a 250, that's why I didn't get a Ninja, or any other 250. Aesthetically, this bike's very pleasing to look at. It's full fairings. I'm not a big fan of the naked bikes, so I saw this, and at first I didn't really like it. I saw it in the Raven Black, and that color really doesn't do this bike any justice whatsoever. And then I saw it in the dealership in Yamaha Blue, and I was like, holy fuck, that's a nice bike. Why is it so cheap? What's wrong with it? And you know what? There's really nothing wrong with it. What I do like about this bike is it's very comfortable to ride. It's you feel very stable on it. You've got a high riding position, unlike a lot of sport bikes, where you're kind of hunched over a little more. You know, a lot of pressure on your wrists, a lot of pressure on your lower back. This is very comfortable. And what's nice too about it is if you're a taller rider like me, you can pop up the seat about an inch, which is a lot of clearance too. It gives you a good nice clearance when you're riding. You can also bring the handlebars forward or back an inch. Oh, a guy on a scooter. I'll wave anyway. Which is also nice. So I mean, right now I've got it stock, except for a towel. I got a few things coming in. But stock, I mean, it's very comfortable, and I mean, especially if you're doing like long rides, long cruises. I've had this thing maxed out at 220 kilometers an hour, and that's another thing I like too, is it's fast. It's got a lot of good mid-range torque when you want it, when you need it. It's very nimble, it's very stable, and it's an easy ride. Because you are in an upright position, I find that it's more comfortable to control the bike, unlike the bike controlling you. Man, there's a lot of things I really like about this bike, and I fully recommend it. What else can I say here? Some dislikes are, it's too quiet. It really is. I want to get a Two Brothers Racing exhaust for it, just to give it a little more growl. Because I find that it being too quiet can be a safety issue too. But right now I can't justify $1,000 in a full exhaust system. Another really nice thing about this bike is you can still, you know, pull some tricks every now and then if you like. Another dislike with the bike is it isn't a full like sport bike. It is a sport touring. So I mean, if you want a sport bike, get an R6, get a CBR 600 or even 1000. But for me, I mean, this is plenty of bike, because really, I don't need to go any faster than the speed limits, but it's nice to know you can. Because really, I don't have a lot of dislikes on this bike, because it is it is fun. It's really fun to ride, and it is nice. Not a lot of aftermarket parts for it because it is kind of a brand new model. So, I mean, I'm looking for stuff, and there's really not a hell of a lot you can do to this bike for the time being. But, I mean, as the years go on, I'm sure lots of companies will put some stuff out. That's pretty much it. I mean, like, my likes, I love this bike. I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm going to ride the crap out of it. And hopefully hold on to it forever. And you know what? Even if you don't like the fairings, take them off. It's still a nice looking bike. And it's affordable. It really is. And, you know, I'm kind of speechless when it comes to this stuff. So that's probably why I'm mumbling a bit here and kind of at a loss for words. But all in all, this is a great bike. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest, I'd give it an 8. And solely alone, just for those couple of dislikes that I have for it. Oh, and the mirrors are ugly. I'm trying to find other mirrors to put on this thing. But I've had people come up to me and compliment the bike tons, and these are coming from guys who are on, you know, Ninjas and CBRs, and it's a very different bike. And people don't, I mean, I haven't seen many people riding with them, or riding on them around the city here. And people ask questions. They say, oh, it's a nice bike, and blah, 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 and, you know, is that a 600? It's like, you know, for me, this is the perfect bike. And, you know, it's to each his own, right? Like I said, there's way more likes for this thing than dislikes. And if you do like that sport bike lift, I mean, it has it, and you can kind of configure the handlebars so you're a little more hunched over, but really there's no need. This thing handles incredibly well at high speeds, and it doesn't take long at all to get to those speeds. So, like I said, scale of 1 to 10, I give it an 8. Would I recommend this bike for your first bike? Hell yeah, I would. You know what, even if this is your second bike or third bike, if you're on a budget, this thing is perfect. This bike's perfect to begin with, aside from being too quiet and not being a sport bike. But it looks good enough, as far as I'm concerned. Not a scooter. It's definitely not a scooter. And for me, like, this is my first real bike, and would I have bought something else? Probably not. Because it's a little bit of a conversation piece because people don't know what it are. I've read a few forums on the bike, and I researched it a little bit before, and people compare it to some of the Ninjas and other 600, you know, mid-entry bikes. And this bike doesn't get a lot of positive feedback, really, from a lot of people, but I really don't understand why. It's a wicked bike to play around on. And like I said, I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. So that's my 2 cents on the Yamaha FZ6R.